Howdy do, y'all. I am out here on my patio, and I picked this up the other day. Copper Run Moonshine. It's 120 proof, distilled bottled of Copper Run, Walnut Shade, Missouri. Now, when I talked to her, I bought this at the farmer's market, I was certain that she said it was all barley moonshine, but when I looked up online, they said it was a blend of separate batches of corn, wheat, and barley. So who knows? But let's try it. I remember really enjoying it. I did a small sample there, and it was very nice. And I've been talking to some of you. I've been really trying to get a taste for white whiskeys. I really have. My early videos that I've done them in, I wasn't 100% convinced. There's a few that I like better than others. But I may have to go back and revisit some of those early ones I did, because I might not have been fair to them. But some I've had lately I've really enjoyed. Aged whiskeys are my thing. I love small batch bourbons. I do drink some scotch, but I'm more familiar and enamored with small batch bourbons and Irish whiskeys personally. But, you know, I don't have an aversion to scotch. I just prefer those two most of the time. But I'm starting to come around to the unaged whiskey. I am trying to get my right angle here. It's a little, there we go. Anyways, yeah, so, yeah, this is very nice. It is a little sweet. I'm going to do a couple different ways here. I'm trying this first bit. Trying this first bit just neat here. And then I thought I'd do a one shot on the rocks. And I'm going to do one as a highball. Just to see. This ran 20 bucks for this small bottle. It's kind of expensive, I suppose, if you look at it that way. Make it about 40 for, you know, a 750. Again, we're talking about 120 proof whiskey, though. So it's something I am drinking some neat here, but it's probably it is a whiskey that you could mix down easily. Mix it with water, a little water if you wanted to. It's certainly one with 120 proof that, you know, you could use in a cocktail mix of some sort or a highball. I do want to try some just on the rocks to see how she reacts cold. I'm using this old Crown Royal glass. My wife found it at a flea market, I think, several years ago. Well, a couple years ago anyway, three probably. I never used it because I couldn't get the damn thing clean. When she bought it, it had this film on it, and I just couldn't get it off for the life of me. And I finally got it out and tried again, and I was able to get it off. And how I got it clean, you ask? Well, you didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Cleaning vinegar and citric acid. That's how I got this glass clean finally. Because it had this kind of a milky film all through it, and I just couldn't get it off. And I finally soaked it in that mix of vinegar and citric acid, and it cleaned the shit out of it. I'm a fan of classic glassware like this. I'm not a guy that needs fancy glassware. You know, I like the logo glasses, like Crown Royal or anything. You know, my dad's whiskey was Jim Beam, so I tend to collect anything that has Jim Beam on it. But anything, I'm pretty much look for everything. Yeah, you know, this is a fine whiskey. If you're a fan of white whiskeys, I think this is something you're going to have to buy. It is remarkably easy drinking for 120 proof, but at 120 proof, you could certainly cut it. I was thinking about, I've got some citrus in the house. I was thinking about making a white whiskey sour with it later, so I may give that a shot. But I've got a certain highball in mind I'm going to try later. So I'm Tom the Beer Whisperer, and I'll talk to you later.